What's up, traders, and welcome to my stream. Today I had a huge gain, 123k 765. I made a huge trade in one of my favorite setups that happened, and I'm gonna go discuss it, where I went long, where I exited. I actually bought it at like 52 cents and sold it at a high of 68 cents, so I was able to profit around 33% on this ticker and alone, and I was pretty heavy on it. I made sure I told the chat and everything, and it turned out really, really, really good. So we're gonna go discuss this. I got a really nice presentation for you guys. So this is behind my 123. It's probably a huge gain, one of the biggest gains I've had. Once I get into the 6 digits, it's one of the top gains that I had. So this is actually how everything has happened here. ATCH, this is kind of like a preview of it. So first off, I have to explain the setup and my thought process in this setup of how, this is kind of like where I went long, and this is kind of like where I exited. And you see that this ticker has not bounced since about $1.92. So this is kind of like my fill area. This is my exit. This is my entries, and these are kind of like my exits. The trade actually took around, I think, around 30 minutes. Did it take around 20 minutes? And I was able to profit from it. Anyway, so the strategy. The strategy is called my first green day bounce pattern. If you go to my YouTube channel and search my favorite setup, first green day bounce pattern, you can see about 26 minutes of this setup. Pretty much I have dissected it, and pretty much I have explained it multiple times. And what happens is you just gotta buy it as it breaks yesterday's high. Not always it works. It works really well when we have news. And today actually we had news. We had great news. So the planning. So the day before, I was trading a 50-cent ticker, which is called DVLT. The ticker I was buying, you can see here on the daily. This is DVLT over here. I saw a 52.83 breakout right here, and then we were in the middle of the day, and this ticker was pretty much the only ticker that holding VWAP. So I ended up long it around 56 right here. And if I were gonna pull the daily out, let me pull the daily out so I can show you. I am a chart artist. You can see the daily right here. You can see that we had really heavy resistance into the 80s, 79, 80s, or whatever. So what happens is, what I did was I pretty much went long at 56, and I held all day long until we hit that next resistance, which was ironically 79.42. So bought it at 56, sold at 52. So yesterday I had a great gain. I totaled a 25k profit, and it worked, it works. So once I have a huge profit like that, in my mind, I'm like, this is a market theme. You have to understand, like, markets are like brothers and sisters. And, when you have a 50-cent ticker that goes up straight up, and I make a 40% profit, I will look the next day, what if another 50-cent ticker? So what strategy is this? Is pretty much buying the ticker that is under $1, but then pretty much trying to ride it as much as you can and trying to have a good risk on it. So in this situation, when I made right here, I was buying it off the breakout of 52.81. You can see we broke 52.81, and we came back down to 52.81, and we held, and back to 62, and back to 52.81. So you can see, like, this area was pretty much support. So once we have a daily breakout, the daily breakout has held. You can see right here. Soon enough, I went long at 56, and soon enough, we went all the way up to 72. So I had a huge gain on DVLT. So coming in the next day, I was able to risk, and I was able to pretty much understand that, hey, maybe 50 cents are hot. 50-cent stocks, or stocks under $1, are hot. And this situation went from 52 to 78. So coming into the next day, ATCH hit the scanners. So pretty much you can see here that, I got some chat logs over here. ATCH news yesterday's high is 72.58. ATCH long at 52, stop at 50. And then I actually told the chat that I was A+++ size. So A+++ size, that is a huge size in ATCH. And soon enough, you know, the ticker popped up over here, and I was like, whatever. And then we came back, held VWAP. We came back again, and then we kind of wedged here when I took it long at 52. And then I looked at the chart, you know, as you can see that none of these days, as we came coming crashing down from 190 to 52, none of these days were actually broke yesterday's high. Soon enough, we finally did. I go long, and the rest is kind of history. This is my analysis. The flow was around 12 million. Market cap was 10 million. We had some news that was pretty much on Finviz August 4th. I don't think this is the news. This is August 4th. You can see here, this is basically the news over here on the bottom left. The latest news that I've gathered is they're trading higher after the companies announced the close remaining 2.5 million. So they closed 2.5 million of their 5 million company offering. So they closes additional 2 million in financing and closes final 2 million of 5 million in financings. So pretty much we have you know, additional, you know, closes additional 2 million in financing. That was the news. I'm not sure if this is the news. Let me go look on Finviz real quick and see if maybe I'm missing out some news. Let me go look at the new ATCH. We got some news here on the, because I know it had news. Actually, no, the only news I can see so here is on the bottom of you know, Thinkorswim. So moving on to the next thing. So right here. So based on my data, first green day bounce, if you look at my data, they average between 25% gain and 35% gain. So DVLT hit around 80 cents. You can see, so the DVLT here hit around 80 cents. So I was trying to sell it before 80 cents, you know, something I was thinking around 70 cents to exit my position. My long was 52, my exit was 68. So I calculated that would be a 33% gain. So this is kind of like my notes. ATCH going. Here's let me just move my face real quick. ATCH going. ATCH, I'm trying to hold as long as possible. And then I also put here ATCH reminds me of yesterday 50-cent mover to 80 cents. So now this is like, we could be in a theme of 50-cent runners. So this is kind of like what happened. We got a couple of traders also long ATCH at 52. Soon enough, I long it at 52 and long at 68.5. The ticker went all the way up to 73.5. So sold all, the biggest gain of my career, sold all ATCH. You can see a lot of my fills. You can see a lot of my entries and exits on my top screen has how I was entering around 52, 53. I had around 800,000 shares, so I was pretty heavy on it. Pretty heavy on the position. So I was risking a lot of money on this pick. It's just that ticker. You can see so here that the ticker pretty much had like 2 million in volume on the 1 minute. So the volume was pretty solid. Soon enough, my reflection on it, ATCH hits a high of 73.8 from you know, 68 exit. I missed out another 5 cents of profit, but I did grab most of the move. I was very excited about this move, and that's the end of it. We pretty much hit 73.8. We kind of came back crashing 56 back to 70, and I don't know what's doing it now, but I took the meat of the move. Pretty happy about this trade. Huge profits on something I've been studying a lot. Came out to be a huge 123K day for me. Anyway, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe for more. Other than that, I'll see you all in my next educational video. That's something, one of the most epic trades I have ever done lately. But other than that, see you all later. Peace.